So is there a street code? Do people abide by the street code? And if so, what is this street code? Like, what are the generals?
I think, so to say that, to me when I hear that, like, I feel like this organic feeling, which is like something that I felt like when I listened to LOX versus Dipset the other day, like that organic feeling, like, I'm not even hearing the street code, I'm hearing, when did you first fall in love with hip hop? Because it's like, it's just the origins, you know what I'm saying? It's got to come from, it's rootsy. Because really, you got street code and it's just surface, like, alright, cool, do you understand what? Is it the nod, like, you know, we got the nod, it's just, okay, cool, but then you got, alright, do we really have each other's back though? Like, are we one? Is there a oneness? Like, are we Black Panthers or are we Dalmatians? Like, what's going on?
And you have to explain it to the Dalmatians, Black Panthers who are on the roads, or people who are on the roads. As we said, you don't have to talk, you just know it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like rules, innit? It's rules. And the thing with rules, it's there to be broken, unfortunately. Like, we come from a space where my experience, there was no honor, no respect. It was the worst environment to grow up in. And what's interesting is that you've got these rules that people expect you to abide by, but yet they don't even tell you.
Yeah.
They don't tell
It's
you,
just someone
and
else's
they don't
rule.
follow it either. But even with the roads and the streets, it's bigger than the people on the streets. Like, the streets, the roads are there to take souls. Do you get what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's why there's a code about the code that says if you're bad enough that you don't have a code, and that's also a code. So it's also, my code is I break the code, but you should follow the code. But now what is the code?
Yeah.
The code is coded, that's why.
No, it is. Because it's bigger than the code, and it's bigger than the people on the roads. When you talk about what you've experienced on the roads, you do know that there's only a few ways that it can go on the roads. A few ways. It's by design. It's not your experience, it's their experience for you.
That's why it's another type of code. The whole code is SOS, it's Morse code. They gave you Morse code, you're dying out there, it's all SOS, but you know what, we're gonna pretty it up, so there's icing and there's cherry and there's velvet and there's whatever, there's all different types. There's red chocolate blue, but do you know what I'm saying? Literally.
Like,
You're dying.
it isn't what it looks like.
No.
If someone threatens your life, you're supposed to defend yourself by any means necessary.
Naturally.
Like, if you have to flatline someone, you have to. Because they're threatening your life. Right? But there's trickery in that. Because, as we know, when we're out there, we see people who look like us. So, if we know to kill us is to kill part of ourselves, the game is rigged. Because we're killing ourselves. It's rigged.
But let's not forget that within that, same way you're saying that it's by any means necessary, there is still attached with that, because it's by any of their designed necessary needs.
Oh no, like,
because
that's what I'm saying.
What suits one may not suit the other. Because like you said, if it's killing yourself, yeah, go ahead. If it's killing someone that's not an image of you, whoa.
But no, that's what I'm trying to say.
And so that's another code.
The design, it's not the roads, it's whoever's design for what the roads is going to be and the outcomes. Like, all the outcomes that can happen on the roads were designed.
Yeah, they're free.
Look at the estates.
It's just bare outgoings and no ingoings.
Right.
Bare dealing and no healing. Do you know what
Right.
I'm saying? It's them type of vibes still. It's literally like it's just out there pushing out. Like,
Put it this way, if they didn't want people to be making money on the roads, they would never make money on the roads.
no, furthermore, they make money on
No,
the
but that's
roads.
my point is that, but
Coding.
this is what I'm saying
Coding,
because they are allowing everything. So even when you look at big things, when you talk about gangsters and this and that, they've allowed that to happen because that's what they wanted to happen.
Furthermore,
Well, it's not even that. It's rent money. So
Yeah, what I'm saying is
police-
they patterned it
Yeah,
that
police,
way
what they would
for it
say,
to
and
go that way.
I've spoken to officers about this, and I'm like, you see them young bucks, you know, selling on the thing, right? Because they're on the thing clearly, and they're sitting there. I said, well, you're not sitting there watching them. Oh, what's that about? And they're like, oh, well, you know, they ain't making enough for us to nick them. So you know, it's your rent money for them. And then no one even ever questions where that money goes.
But that's
You
why
can't
when
even-
they make a certain
Yeah.
amount, that's why they will say when you get big enough to control the police, and they say they can't chat because when their salary is underneath them, they're in a position to dictate to them. It's only certain ones that they can still dictate to, because there's still always going to be someone above them that will still wipe them off if they want it to go that way.
Even the estates, a lot of these estates look like jail.
Yeah.
Like if you deep it,
Yeah.
The way the design is.
I'll be on the train just looking, and I'm looking at the cages they have in the States.
Gated
And
communities.
I'm like there was one in Shadwell that I was like, this mirrors Brixton Prison, I swear to you.
Yeah, I know
exactly,
what you're
like floors, everything. I was like, raw, the psychology, they've built this with an intent for you to look
And then
so
what
you can be
happens?
boxed in.
With prison,
You
you
come to
know
prison.
you can't get out.
Yeah.
And what is the mentality on the roads? You feel like you can't get out.
Yeah.
You feel like you can't even go nowhere.
And as soon as you go out, you're like, shit.
But then
Oh,
look,
man,
but
it's
check,
actually
but even checking at this, when it's down low, because I've first hand observation of when, for example, in the area that I've been around where crime just got low, the shootings was down low. They don't even report the shootings anyway, but they was down low and all these things. Then police came through the area riding with baddies on pedal bikes. They have balaclavas on, gloves and that.
Yeah, I
pedal
saw
bikes,
that video.
riding through. Like, what he did? But the crime rate's too low. He wasn't active enough. We
So
need
they have
to.
to get involved.
Scared.
Yeah, you gotta make.
Break
Someone's
crime.
gotta think that was someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then all of a sudden,
But-
yeah, there was man there riding through. It must be them man there from that side.
This is the
They
thing,
go out.
yeah. I kind of like put it to chess, right? So your king would somewhat be the main guy, right? As I said, the game was designed. There's supposed to be different pieces on the board, but those pieces on the board are there to be captured. You're not no one special on the chessboard. You're just a pawn. Like even the king's a pawn because the king's supposed to be there.
They're locked on the chessboard.
The chessboard is a pawn.
Yeah.
That's it. The whole thing's a pawn. That's what it is. You're just there being pawned on
Playing
the
chess.
pawn shop.
And you think you're doing something when you're getting trinkets, as my man would say.
Yeah.
So when you do get money, burn, purchase stuff,
Do you know what that is? You think you're there being a pawn on the pawn board, living your life, but you're just a porn star. That's what you are.
getting fucked.
That's just getting
Getting
fucked.
fucked.
You're a porn star.
Back doors, front,
That's-
all of
that's-
it,
that's
you
what
are
you-
getting fucked.
That's
And no, literally, like they're
I know,
opening
it's
up their
just
barbers.
their
and all
analysis.
this
And the most
nonsense.
interesting
That's
thing,
They are.
It's that.
And
and the most interesting thing is,
they're
yes,
just
the most
yeah,
interesting
sexually
thing is,
harassing
yeah,
you.
You're being
the
raped.
most interesting
That's
thing
what
is,
it
yeah, is that don't even know you're getting fucked.
Mm.
You think you're doing the fucking, but you're getting fucked.
Think about it. They move out, they think, yeah, I'm away from this now, yeah. Whether it be because I'm that big pimp in life or I need to get away from it, what do? Go all the way out there, ship themselves out, but now they feel safe because they're far, but they don't feel safe. Put themselves in a big mansion with a gated community kind of thing. Why do you need security at your gate?
Because
Why
their
does your gate have
mind
to
is
be so
still,
far from
because
the
their
front door?
mind is
It's
still
trapped.
in the hood.
No, but this is what I'm saying. So the fact is, no matter where you as they say, you can remove the wear from the hood, but you can't take the hood out of him kind of thing, yeah? So at the end of the day, your gate is now here. Where you were used to living in them blocks, like cell block H, right? You've now gone from, this is where my gate is and I need an intercom to let you in, but it's going to take you 5 minutes to drive from my front door, which gives me time. Should anything happen, it gives me time. What do you need the time for? In case I need to get out. You know your floor plan. You know your ground.
But that's what they used to do back in the day for the tower block. That was the design where the
Right.
rich started living higher and then they could see
So
the
it
poor
gives
and all
them
those
time. Because if anything happens, you get the people at the front. If you've got the people at the front, you get the people that are coming next. But it always gives you time to get out and get to wherever you need to get to. So
In
it's
America.
escapism.
Yeah.
In America, it's always worse there.
It's always
They
worth it.
fucking call the estates a project.
Mm.
A project.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
It's a
It's
it's an
social project.
experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an experiment, and the estates, it's just the exact same thing.
And that they don't have like a well before they didn't they everything's now flat because what you're saying there's something in it, there's a psychology in it because the blocks when back in the day, remember the blocks?
Too many escape routes.
Yeah, too many
You can't
tables
get in.
plus remember when they used to come around and we used to throw the bombs?
Yeah. I want no, but
You know the firework thing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They used to throw the bombs at them and then they would come up and we're already gone so you can't find us.
Exactly. Whether it be
So-
stairs, flats, and you had
But
too many
honestly,
routes.
America, obviously we know that England follows behind America. But
England
even
doesn't.
when-
England is
Everything.
America.
Well, isn't, yeah,
Yeah.
it is. But even when you think about the projects as well, to even take it back there, they even design the roads like that so it make it easy access
Yeah.
for police to come in. So they designed the roads and made sure the projects was here. They
That's
put
why
black
they're
people
blocking
together.
roads now,
That's why,
though,
even
isn't
that,
it?
even, that's why even that black on black crime, that theory's dead.
Yeah, but that's why they block roads now. A lot of the roads, if you notice, they're changing. They're doing this
They're doing
gentrification.
that now.
Yeah, they're taking it down. But every other road that you used to be able to drive through, you can't.
This is a problem.
Because it's creating traffic.
Of course.
It's pollution. It's not that. It's because your asses won't catch the people.
And
That's
as
what
you
it is.
said,
I think
Sorry,
that's stupid
asses.
anyway.
Asses.
I think it's stupid because reality is here is that you're just gonna make everybody get on two wheels. Because to me,
I run.
it,
While you're driving, we'll run.
pedal bags, pens, whatever, like that's what they're gonna do.
And
They
they
never.
put, they put us,
Listen, if
they
they're in a
put us
car, by the
together
time
so
they get out and
we kill
run
ourselves.
and you're running already,
That's
they
why,
still can't catch
you know what I'm saying? Talking about that
Definitely.
black on black crime,
Doesn't
death theory.
exist.
This is why I
There's
say
no such thing
this
as
is what
Doesn't
it's just
exist.
close proximity. Whoever's
Yo,
next to you,
Yo, it's not even
Doesn't
black on black
exist.
crime.
It
It's
doesn't
white on
exist.
black crime. Them scientists.
No, it's not even that.
they
It's
know what's
beyond that.
going on.
No, it's report whatever crime you choose to report. That's the crime. Because the crime is everywhere it's happening. But what are you reporting? That's
But
the
it's
crime.
orchestrated though
Yeah.
yeah.
Of course.
by someone.
Of
Yeah.
course.
We all know they dropped crack in America intentionally
Naturally.
by
And
design, and it allowed us to kill ourselves off. So the white man wasn't there to literally physically kill us, but he put that white girl in there.
No, but what I was saying is to add on to what you're saying as well. So what they needed to do, because obviously they had in their mind, in the media, the propaganda, they had to get rid of slavery. So what they had to do in the 13th Amendment, the only way you could basically get someone back in slavery is for them to become criminals. So if you get them to be criminalized, then the 13th Amendment says you can keep them as slaves, which is why Universal has investments in jails, because they need to perpetuate crime. So you look at your fellow man as a criminal or a threat to you, and under the 13th Amendment you can become a slave.
I think that this kind of like kills it off, right? They say you can't have organized crime without law and order.
Exactly.
That says it all. The system is designed in a way so we kill ourselves off and ultimately become slaves in that system.
Yeah. Look what they're doing in Mexico. Mexico is fucked. The amount of people that are dying is worse than anywhere in the world. And like 30,000 in a day. But I don't see no one saying, hey Mexico, you need to sort your issue out. It's organized crime.